I like to refer to it as horse magic. Something happened here between the horses and I, and horse magic. So all I can say is a weight was lifted and left a huge burden behind that I'd been carrying for far too long.
I have some PTSD issues or problems or concerns that I'm dealing with right now, and the vet center told me about this program. So I felt that it was a good program that would help me with PTSD or help me get in touch with myself, get in touch with my feelings, and get in touch with animals and people. It helps you deal with people.
Peace Reins programming harnesses the power of the horse-human relationship to create partnerships between horses and veterans. These partnerships assist veterans in improving the relationships in their lives.
I was drafted, I think, at 19 years old, and I went for my first tour to Vietnam. When I got back to the States, it was a shock because prior to that, I had been in Cambodia, I had been flying, and I said the first thing I want to do is go to a bar. And I walked in and everybody stopped and turned and said, "Look, it's a baby killer." And that was my greeting as a Vietnam vet back into the States.
You know, you get involved helping veterans throughout the state, and you know, with Peace Reins has been an internal part of me in my life since I've been involved with the crew that's volunteering here and the veterans that come to us from the vet center in Raleigh. And they leave a little piece of them. I'm starting to get emotional. With you. And they're asking for our help to help them get through some obstacles they dealt with through the military career. And you know, being a veteran myself, I understand that.
Later on in life, probably 35 years later, I started to have some issues. I didn't know it at the time, but I had much more trouble sleeping. The dreams were intrusive. I didn't get a lot of sleep. And eventually I sought help through the VA. I needed help because I wasn't going to live if I didn't get it. And one day I just went there and said, "You got to help me, because if you don't, I'm not going to live."
So some of the challenges I faced before I started the program was that I had trouble expressing my feelings to people. I masked a lot. So when I came here, having to unmask in front of our animals, our horses, because they don't necessarily allow us to do that and interact with them, allowed me to open up a whole lot more than I ever did before.
So people do ask us often, why horses? Why use such big animals for this work? There's lots of therapy animals out there. Why the choice? Horses have two things going for them that makes this work so effective. Their ability to teach present moment awareness and their instincts as prey animals. They have a lot of physical attributes that help with that, and they also have the ability to teach veterans to identify what's going on in their environment and then return to grazing, so they don't get stuck either hyper or hypo-aroused. So what have you noticed changes-wise in our veterans?
So I'm just so grateful to be on this journey with them, because it is a journey, and they come in often very closed off, shut down, protected, defensive, and invariably over the course of the 5 weeks they open up and they become more expressive and gain a lot of confidence in that expression. And it's a wonderful thing to be a part of, to help to provide that sort of growth and peace.
Peace Reins was kind of at the end, or what I thought was the end of my treatment trail, but didn't realize exactly how much I still needed to unpack until I got here. There was, I had made some good progress from struggles of war, but there was still a lot of work to do. And so long story short, I'm a much better person now than I was before I came through those gates.
One of the differences I notice in myself is that I get in touch with my emotions. I'm not quick to anger. I'm not quick to be judgmental.
And I have always learned in these settings that I find that these veterans have the same or similar feelings to my own. And it reinforces the fact that I'm not alone in the world, even though for decades I felt that way, especially as a veteran.
If I could share one thing outside of what I think a typical person would learn from coming here, is that once you get here and you're with other veterans, whether it's 1 or 10, is that there's a community in this and you're not alone. And healing works.
And I can't say strongly enough how much I love this group and what they've done for me. And with that, help us. Be there for us, and we try to be there for the veterans so we can help spread the word, and we need your financial support. Without your support, none of this is possible. It's all done through private donations. So help us help the veterans of North Carolina.
To learn more about Peace Reins, including how you can help us continue our mission, please visit our website at peacereins.org. Our program continues to change veterans' lives because of your financial support. Thank you in advance for your help.